So I've been building up my PS4 library for some time now, and planning to go through them eventually. I didn't plan on doing a video on every title I played, but as I went through Horizon Zero Dawn, something happened in that game that I needed to talk about. I've been trying to get into HCD, but I've dropped it twice now. That's not a dig at the game, I just have a hard time getting into open world games. I got the same issue with Dragon's Dogma. I like Horizon's premise, but the way it told its story didn't compel me to keep going past the first half hour. Well, I picked it up again after doing my video on the Order 1886 to see if I could get any further. And well, let me tell you what I found. First, I gotta set the table for the game's plot. Horizon Zero Dawn takes place in a post-apocalyptic setting where society regressed back to caveman-like communities. Animal-like robots have taken over the wilderness, and people hunt them just as they do flesh and blood animals. The Nora tribe reside in what is called the Sacred Lands. The Nora forbid its people from communicating with outcasts, people who aren't included in the tribe or recognized as members from other tribes. Aloy, the game's main character, is an outcast of the Nora tribe. None of the members acknowledge her, and the children bully her and throw rocks at her. She asks her adoptive father Rost, another outcast, how she can become accepted into the tribe and learn about her real family. Rost tells her that the Nora will host a trial for every child at a certain age that will allow them to become Nora Braves. Even outcasts are allowed to participate, and the brave who wins first place can get anything they want. Aloy then goes through a training montage to prepare for this challenge. When she's finally ready, she heads for the village to enter the trial. When she arrives, she meets resistance as well as assistance, but the important part of this video is that she meets two other children participating in the trial. One of these children used to bully Aloy as a child and threw a rock at her head years ago. Clearly, he's going to be a rival that Aloy will have to deal with as the story progresses. Maybe it escalates into full animosity, maybe they gain mutual respect from each other and even form a friendship. The other child takes a liking to Aloy when she stands up against her bully. Clearly, she's going to be Aloy's best friend and they're going to go on adventures together after they become Nora Braves. Got it. We're playing a YA novel and we're going to girl boss our way into becoming the Hokage. Okay, table set. Now for the main course. So the trial begins. Aloy faces an uphill battle against her rival and the guy proctoring the trial because they both hate her guts for being outcast. Just when it seems like Aloy won't be able to catch up with the rest of the group for the last stretch of the trial, she takes an abandoned shortcut and gets first place.
She didn't win! The outcast cheated!
An outcast? Win the proving? Never. For she is a brave now.
You did it.
As are you all. So long as you put your trophy on the altar. But it is Aloy. Once outcast, and now brave, who is first among you.
As she's about to be rewarded with her tribal membership card, an arrow comes flying from off-screen and kills a proctor. A raiding party from some unknown tribe is shooting volleys of arrows at children. Children. Aloy, being the protagonist, fights off the first wave of invaders. But they're not done yet. In this game where the most advanced weapon we've seen these people use is a bow and arrow, what do you think the invaders use next?
Get back! The red hair dies now! Everyone, forward!
Out of fucking nowhere, Vulcan Raven walks in and cuts down like 10 kids with his minigun. My new best friend, dead. My rival who could have maybe become a friend at the end of the story, dead. My expectations at a standard YA story arc, dead, like all those younglings. The leader arrives and almost kills Aloy, but her dad intervenes and gets stabbed instead. Then the leader sets up a bomb at the top of the snowy mountains to kill any stragglers who survive the arrows and bullets. Aloy's dad pushes her off the mountain and tells her to survive for the rest of them, and takes the full force of the explosion with his back, instead of lying prone to avoid airborne shrapnel. When Aloy wakes up and asks about her dad, the tribal leader tells her that they couldn't find any traces of him. This man was jibbed by that bomb. I was laughing like an insane person when I saw the chain gun destroy the third of the cast that the game had spent the last half hour establishing. I should have figured the story would have gone apeshit when the tutorial had Aloy as a kid, falling into the ruins of some futuristic structure like Bruce Wayne discovering the Batcave. She finds the game's excuse for detective vision in these ruins, along with the frozen bodies of dead people that she can scan and listen in on their final thoughts.
So there we sit watching the clock tick down to midnight, and I'm thinking, am I the only one who gets the symbolism of this? It might have been worth it if Skylar had gotten drunk again, but I seem to be a mistake she doesn't want to repeat.
I don't know if I'll do a follow-up video on Horizon. It won't be a full review by any means, but if any more plot developments go just as hard as what I described, then I might do this again. Please don't spoil the game for me in the comments, and thanks for watching.